Let's f***ing go!
And I'm currently sitting at 190. We're at the walls of Dachau right now. It is a long walk. Alright, we are currently on our way to Munich in an upgraded hire car. For some reason, well actually that's pretty funny, the people who had our Hyundai i20 had Corona, so now we've got a brand new VW Passat wagon, and I'm currently sitting at 190 on the Autobahn. Well,
This is crazy.
you can see how fast we're going. They must be going 160.
And it's still so smooth. We're in Munich.
We're in Munich, yeah. So this will be in the second video, and it is currently 8:30 in the morning. It is very hot here at night for some reason.
We're staying in a basement.
We were in a basement and it was still boiling hot.
Yeah.
Heading this morning to
Dachau.
Dachau
This is the only
concentration camp.
It's the only one in Germany, isn't it?
I think the only
Dachau.
at least well-known one in Germany, yeah.
So it'll be pretty intense, I feel like, the vibes are there. But
Yeah, we don't want to joke around too much at this place. So usually we're quite
yeah,
easygoing attitude, but with this place, it's probably best to take it seriously, because we don't want to
disrespect anyone.
anyone too much. So we're at the walls of Dachau right now. This is insane, actually. This is what it obviously hasn't changed much. But we're just saying, no wonder it's free, because I mean, you couldn't exactly be profiting off something like this. I don't know why we expected to pay.
It's pretty scary just
Yeah.
looking at it. Like, it's amazing how it hasn't changed. Like, this is actually what people would have walked into.
We're not sure if we can film or not in there, and we don't know if it's the best thing to do to bring a full camera in. So I'm just going to record on my phone. The next footage will be on my phone. So it's pretty empty at the moment, but there are some tour buses coming. It's literally just in there behind some houses. This is Dachau concentration camp. Yes, the real Dachau from World War II. It still exists. Despite the dark and tragic history of this place, it has now become quite the tourist attraction in Germany, being only about 45 minutes from one of the main cities, Munich. Locals also say that this is one of the saddest places in Germany, rightfully so. Since we're in Munich right now, we decided to check this place out for ourselves. That's I'm guessing the main building where stuff happened. So as you can see, they've obviously gotten rid of most of the camps, the buildings here. So these would have all been like that one. They've all been demoed. Dachau is obviously very sad and tragic, and not usually the type of place we film at, but I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of it without dedicating the entire video to it. Right, obviously we are out of Dachau now, so we're gonna head into the city and do some shopping, but yeah, that's kind of like not something we can make more interesting than just talking about it and showing it, because it's
Pretty
yeah,
I don't know what the word is. Like, it's very serious, very
yeah.
It's kind of you just really talk about it. It's not something you can show around. Really.
If you're joking about it and stuff, especially in the place, that's really fucked up.
Like, we went in probably the worst room in the world, like where they where they were gassing people, and then the crematorium. Like, you probably can't go to many places in the world worse than that. So it's
then a room that's like a manufacturing line for killing people. It's pretty messed up.
It's all ordered.
Yeah.
Like, stages, like ending with them being burnt. Like, it's not like cool to have seen that, but you're glad you have.
Yeah.
Because you see the worst of humanity. Like, it's pretty profound to have been in there.
Yeah, and most of the big building is just a museum with a lot of information, so we went through and saw a bit of it, but not the entire thing, because the outside's more the part that interests us. Alright, so we are on our way to Neuschwanstein. I'm saying it wrong probably, but it is the castle used in the Disney intro, like the animated Disney intro. I'll put a little image of it here. So it's the castle that intro is based on. So we're heading there now. We have no tour book, so hopefully we can see it from a viewpoint or something, or possibly get some drone photos of it from afar, which would be insanely cool, because this place is stunning. But we're driving through roads at the moment that,
It's like a postcard.
It's like literally like a postcard. Yeah, it feels like a Tuscany road or something it did before. This is just perfect road going through hillside. It's just absolutely stunning. And the weather is just...
Yeah, we lucked out with the weather.
It
hasn't rained, it's been warm.
Beautiful.
It's just these open grass fields everywhere.
Yeah, and we're stuck behind a combi, something that's so fucking slow. It kind of ruins it a bit, but it's alright. So we are at an area that is close to the castle, but we still can't see the castle.
Take in that view.
Yeah.
That is stunning.
The mountains. Look at this just random whatever that is.
Some old church.
If you can see, I'll try and zoom in more in post, but the castle is right up there on the hill. And that is a cable car that leads up to a viewing platform, I believe, or just a nice view. I don't know if it's of the castle or not, but that is so steep. I hope you can see on camera just how steep that is. That is nuts. The trees literally go on an angle.
I don't know how some of these trees are growing.
Yeah. You never see that kind of view in Australia. It's nuts. I'm getting harassed by a wasp. Fucking hell. Right, we're walking through this bush track. Nobody in sight. Pretty sick.
Bells going off in the distance.
Yeah, church bells or something. But we're hoping for a cool spot, clearing or something, and maybe see if we can get some photos with the drone. There's nobody paragliding here today. There is a paragliding place, but it's closed today. So should be fine. Hope you can hear that over the stream, but all the cowbells as they're all walking, it's so loud. This is also electric. It's very tempting to touch, but probably shouldn't because it might actually like fuck up my camera. Well, mission success. We stayed under 100 meters, which is apparently the local law. So we got some beautiful shots of the castle that is up there behind me somewhere. Right there. Yeah, hopefully that shows you how sick this place is. But as usual, we're doing the sketchy version instead of the tourist option.
Doing it our own way.
Because being a tourist is boring. So we accidentally found an MX-5 meetup in the middle of fucking Germany. Look at that. Insane. Full car park full of Miatas. Now we're going to this like very cool looking town. I'm trying to drive and film at the same time while follow the GPS. Alright, last night we got back into Gießen pretty late at night, but today is the day we head to Amsterdam. We are heading on another 4-hour drive on the Autobahn, which is actually quite fun because you can sit obviously at like 180, 200 k's an hour, especially in this car, no problem. Right now I'm here in Amsterdam all by myself. I've never been traveling alone abroad like this by myself, so this is an interesting experience. But yeah, Caleb actually had to leave unfortunately yesterday, so we are alone in Amsterdam, and then I'm supposed to be going to Hamburg in Germany, Berlin, and then back to Gießen, but now I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. So I figured I may as well just vlog and go and check some cool places out in the Netherlands that you don't normally see, and you definitely don't see in Australia because, yeah, it's the Netherlands, not Australia. But there's a lot of old castles here still like Germany, and a lot of windmills and just cool landscapes. Unfortunately, the weather here today is like terrible. As you can see, it is raining and windy. I don't know if that's normal here. I feel like that is quite normal here because it's just been like that the last couple days. So yeah, we're gonna go and test out some local, I'm gonna go try some local dessert. We already had waffles yesterday. They were good, like very good. But there's a local dessert shop I wanna check out. So I'm gonna go check that out and then hopefully check out old castle that's nearby or something like that. But yeah, we have the whole day and the whole night to go check some stuff out. So hopefully it doesn't keep pissing down because I really want to see some stuff. Looks like pretty nice ice cream, and hopefully I can actually get a decent coffee because everywhere I've been the coffee's shit. In Germany, I haven't tried it here yet. So Netherlands, might redeem yourselves. All right, this is pistachio, caramel and cream cheese with berry ice cream, and it actually slaps. And they even made an iced latte, which they don't usually make, but it's actually fucking good too. So shout out Patagonia's. There it is. That looks sick. Full-on little castle floating on the water. So I think it's actually lived in because it's not open to the public, but that looks incredible. I think there's actually people inside at the moment. Like couldn't have picked a worse day to go on. It is absolutely windy as fuck. And I wish this kind of thing was abandoned. It would be insanely cool to see inside. But I mean, can't have this kind of thing abandoned right next to a village here. It'd be a waste because it's so beautiful. We're going through this like bush area, and I'm gonna see, because this looks like there's some ruin over there. I want to see if this is an old abandoned shed or something. As you can see just through there. So we're going on a bushwalk. Yeah, it is some sort of bunker or something through there, but I don't think you can get to it without going through swamp. And I stand corrected, you can get to it. Just walk along the path. But everything is part swamp or mud or bush. But we're going to check out the random bunker next to a sick old castle. You can still see it from here, it looks incredible. Unfortunately the wind is just not letting up. So I don't know how much more of this I'm going to do today. Yeah, little bunker. Oh, there's a little entrance too. I'm in my white shoes, brand new white shoes. Holy shit. What is that? I'm not going to go in there. That looks seedy as fuck. Don't know what it's used for. Maybe a stash house or something. There's another one just over there. I'm assuming it's probably some sort of safe storage for the castle for back in the day or something. So we are now in Kootwijk. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but look how beautiful this section is. We're gonna drive into the bush and then into a clearing. This is the way you get into this old radio tower. It's actually insanely beautiful. That is it through there. I hope you can see how cool that looks. All right, so we're at a 20th century radio tower. So this was used prior to World War I, I believe, for some sort of telecommunication. But as I came into the parking lot, there is a massive abandoned lot right next to it, which looks pretty cool. So that building I showed you when we came in looks a bit like the Parliament House or something, like when you go through. But this looks pretty cool also. So let's see what it is. I have no clue. I'm assuming it was some sort of factory or offices for the actual building. But this is a tiny little town that's kind of all just left and abandoned, which is nuts. I don't know whether that is or not. I'm guessing it is, considering it's part of it, but it's kind of cool. I'm going to attempt to have a look inside. I don't know, this looks a little bit more lived in than that section, but it looks cool either way. It's funny how like some of it is just wide open, but the back is shut. I guess this was the entrance. Very strange to have this next to a tourist attraction, just kind of open. Looks like they've done a very good job of boarding it all up. And there is an old rusted car under a cover. Holy shit. This must be someone's front yard. Barn find. I don't know what it is. Looks like a Pontiac. Something American. I was right about that back part though. It's definitely lived in. It is a long fucking walk. A long walk. But hopefully it's worth it. There is some people getting wedding photos. Fantastic. It means we have to stay clear of them. We're right up on it now. You can see the side actually looks almost as cool as the front. I guess it's a very aesthetic spot to take photos. Sorry about the wind, it's freaking awful, which means I'm not going to be able to put up the drone either, which sucks. But here it is. That looks incredible. Look at that. In the middle of nowhere, this giant penis out of the ground. Alright, I think that officially concludes the Germany/Europe trip vlogs, I guess you could say. Plan was to continue on a little bit further and film some more cool stuff, but I think because Caleb's gone, we're just going to head back to Gießen and I'm going to spend more time with my family. I hope you've enjoyed the last two videos. I hope the content turns out as good as I hoped it would. Unfortunately, you can never do everything you wanted to do, which is a shame, but hopefully I got a lot captured and you guys enjoyed it and want to see more content in the future from overseas. But for now, let's go back to Australia and let's make some bangers. Thanks for watching and consider subscribing.